Hello students, welcome to my channel Easy Physics by Visualization. Today we are going to discuss about the quantum mechanical treatment of paramagnetism. In classical theory, it was assumed that the permanent magnetic moment of a given atom or ion rotate freely and can possess any orientation with respect to the applied magnetic field. In quantum mechanical theory, magnetic moment represented by the letter mu are quantized. Quantized means it can align in particular direction with respect to applied magnetic field. It cannot orient all direction as in the case of classical theory. For example, the red line indicates the applied magnetic field. Green and purple line represent the orientation of magnetic moment at a particular direction. That is, for j equal to 1, mj can have three orientation: mj equal to 1, mj equal to 0 and mj equal to minus 1. Consider the component mu z in the direction of applied magnetic field. Let j be the total angular momentum. Then mu is equal to minus g mu b j. Equation number 1. Here, mu b is the Bohr magneton, which is equal to E h cross by 2m. G is the Landé G factor. G can represent it as 1 plus J into J plus 1 plus S into S plus 1 minus L into L plus 1 divided by 2J into J plus 1. Equation number 2. Here, S is the spin quantum number, L is the orbital quantum number. For electron, G is equal to 2. The component of mu z in the direction of magnetic field can be expressed as minus of g mu b mj, where mj is the magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number represents the orientation of angular momentum. Then mj can have the values mj equal to minus j2 plus j including 0. For each values of j, mj have 2j plus 1 value. How we get 2j plus 1 value? That is, minus j to j have 2j, including 0, we get 2j plus 1 value. Which means that 2j plus 1 orientation related to the field. Okay. In the quantum mechanical treatment, we need to find out the value of susceptibility. Susceptibility can be represented as M by H. M is a magnetization. Magnetization can be obtained from potential energy. Now, we define the potential energy as E is equal to minus mu B. Okay, the energy can be obtained as the value of mu can be substituted from the above equation mj g mu b b. The minus and minus is cancelled here, so we get E is equal to plus mj g mu b b. Equation number 4. Now we need to find out the susceptibility. We know that susceptibility equal to m by h. How we can find the susceptibility? That is, for that we consider a unit volume of paramagnetic material containing total number of n atoms. According to Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, total number of n atoms can be represented as n is directly proportional to e raised to minus of e by kt. The magnetization in the direction of field is given by magnetization M is equal to N into statistical average of magnetic moment component per atoms along B. That is, M is equal to N into How we can find out the statistical average? The explanation given in here that consider n number of atoms having energy U1, U2, etc. Then the average energy can be obtained as U1 N1 plus U2 N2 etc. divided by N1 plus N2. Similarly, here we can express the statistical average as n into summation of mj equal to minus j2 plus j minus mj g mu b e raised to minus of mj g mu b b by kbt. Here, energy of the magnetic moment represented by minus of mj g mu b, and number of the number represented by the second term, that is e raised to minus mj g mu b b by kt. Here one doubt will be arised: where is the b in the energy expression? Because earlier we find that there is a b, but in this situation we neglect the b, because here we consider the component of magnetic field along the direction of b, so b can be neglected. And there is a denominator factor, that is e raised to minus mj g mu b b by kt. In quantum mechanical treatment, the two conditions will be erased. The first condition is if minus mj g mu b b by kT is very less than 1. In this situation, temperature is high and magnetic field is low. We can explain this concept using the fundamental mathematical expression. That is, we know that e raised to minus x is equal to 1 minus x plus x square by 2 factorial minus etc. We can approximate e raised to minus x as 1 minus x. Using this result, we can approximate equation 5 as m is equal to n into minus of g mu b, taking outside summation of mj equal to mj changing from minus j to plus j mj plus summation mj square g mu b b by kbt divided by summation 1 minus summation of mj g mu b b by kbt. Okay, we know that summation of mj minus of j2 plus j, mj is equal to 0. How we get 0? That is minus j2 plus j. Let us take an example. We take the value of j as 1. That is minus 1 plus 0 plus 1. That is equal to 0. Then summation of mj is equal to 0. Now, the second one is summation of 1 is equal to 2j plus 1. How we get? That is, mj can have 2j plus 1 values. Then one parameter will have 2j plus 1 value. The next complicated thing is that summation of mj square is equal to, how we can find out the summation of mj square? That is, from mathematical concept, 1 square, the expansion of 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus etc. to n square, mathematical induction, we get the equation as n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Using this result, we can change our equation as like this. Here one doubt will be obtained, that is how there is the parameter 2 is arrived. That is, we change the summation from j equal to 0 to plus j. In this situation, we can put the value of 2 here and the summation j will be starting from j equal to 0 to plus j. Then we get 2 into these values. 2 into this value, we can be dividing 2 by 2 and 6. We get the result as this. The result is written here. Using this result, we get the final equation as m is equal to n into g square mu b square b j into j plus 1 divided by kbt into 3. Equation number 6. Okay, now we find the susceptibility, paramagnetic susceptibility. Paramagnetic susceptibility can be obtained from the equation m by h. We know that B is equal to mu 0 h. Substituting the value of B in the above equation, we get, and cancelling the h value, the final equation will be susceptibility is equal to mu 0 n mu b square g square j into j plus 1 divided by 3 kbt. Equation number 7. Let mu 0 n, mu bb square g square j into j plus 1 divided by 3 kb is equal to c. C, the Curie's constant. Then susceptibility of paramagnetic substance can be obtained as C by T. This is equation number 8. This is known as Curie's law. That is, susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. If P effective be the effective number of Landry factor, then we can replace J into root of J into J plus 1 in that equation by P effective as susceptibility is equal to mu 0 n mu B square P effective square by 3 kBT. If we put mu b square P effective square is equal to mu, the equation is changed as psi paramagnetic is equal to mu 0 n mu square by 3 kBT. Let that in this from this equation we can conclude that susceptibility of paramagnetic substance is inversely proportional to temperature. Now we are going to the second case, that is mg g mu b b by kt is greater than 1. In this time b is more and t is less, that is temperature is very low and magnetic field is high. In this situation we take some of the approximation, that is we take x as g mu b b by kt. That is, in our equation, we replace G mu b b by kt as x. Okay, the equation will be arrived as m is equal to n into summation of minus j2 plus j mj g mu b e raised to mjx by summation over minus j to j e raised to mjx. Equation number 10. We know that d by dx of log of e raised to mjx can be expressed as mj into e raised to mjx by e raised to mjx. Here we take the differential equation of log e raised to mjx. This result is adopted in the above case, that is, comparing equation 11 with equation 10 and rewrite the equation 10 as m is equal to n g mu b d by dt of log of summation j equal to minus j2 plus j e raised to mjx. Okay. In the equation 12, there is one summation factor. Then expanding that summation factor, we get equation m equal to n g mu b d by dt of log of e raised to jx plus e raised to minus j minus 1x plus etc. e raised to minus jx. How the equation is obtained? That is, we change the value, we replace the mj value as j, j minus 1, etc. minus j, and the expansion is given here. Now, in this equation, take e raised to jx outside from that expansion, that is represented in equation 13. The term inside the bracket is in geometrical progression. That is, we know that the geometrical progression equation as a plus ar plus etc. ar tends to n minus 1. Comparing this with equation 13, we can conclude that the bracket term in the equation 13 is in the geometrical progression. So here we adopted the geometrical progression summation result here. We know that geometrical progression summation can be obtained expressed as a into 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. Here, comparing these two equations, we get a is equal to 1, r is equal to e raised to minus x, and n is equal to 2j plus 1. Substituting these parameters in the summation equation as 1 into 1 minus e raised to minus x into 2j plus 1 divided by 1 minus e raised to minus x. Substituting the sum in equation 13, we can obtain the equation as m is equal to ng mu b d by dt of log e raised to jx into 1 minus 1 into 1 minus e raised to minus x 2j plus 1 divided by 1 minus e raised to minus x. Here we just multiply e raised to jx inside the bracket, then we get m as n into g mu b d by dt of log of e raised to jx minus of e raised to minus jx e raised to minus x divided by 1 minus e raised to minus x. Okay, now multiply and divide by e raised to x by 2. In each term in the bracket must be multiplied and divided by e raised to x by 2. That is, e raised to jx is multiplied by e raised to x by 2. E raised to minus jx is multiplied by e raised to x by 2. E raised to x by 2 and e raised to minus x by 2. Okay. And e raised to minus x also multiplied by e raised to x by 2 into e raised to minus x by 2. Then the final result can be obtained as this. How the final result is obtained? That is, each term is multiplied by e raised to x by 2 and e raised to minus x by 2, and then take e raised to minus x by 2 as common factor outside the bracket, and the denominator in the e raised to minus x by 2 and the numerator in the e raised to minus x by 2 is cancelled. This process is taken in this. We just write the final equation as m is equal to ng mu b into d by dt of log e raised to j x into e raised to x by 2 minus e raised to jx into e raised to minus x by 2 divided by e raised to x by 2 minus e raised to minus x by 2. Okay. From mathematical equations, we can replace the above result as n g mu b d by dt of log of sine h of j plus 1 by 2x divided by sine h of 1 by 2x. That is, in the above equation, the numerator is equal to sine h of j plus 1 by 2x and the denominator is equal to sine of h 1 by 2x. Okay. Now, the derivation of sine hx is cot hx. Another thing is that we just take x as a by j. Then the final result as ng mu bj into 2j plus 1 divided by 2j into cot h into 2j plus 1 divided by 2j into a minus 1 by 2j into cot h a by 2j. Let 2j plus 1 by 2j into cot h 2j plus 1 by 2j into a minus 1 by 2j into cot h a by 2j is equal to ba, the Verloc function. Then the magnetization m is equal to n g mu b j ba. If j tends to infinity, bj is approaches to Langevin function, that is the classical function. That is, in the classical theory, we studied that Langevin function La is equal to cot Ha minus 1 by A. If J is equal to J tends to infinity, Bj approaches, the exact values Bj is not equal to La, but Bj approaches to La. That means the quantum theory approaches classical theory for J is equal to infinity. That is, what is a classical theory? Classical theory agree with the infinite number of orientation, which means that in this division, that is J is tends to infinity, the possible orientation, the infinite number of possible orientations are allowed. That is, the classical quantum theory is equivalent to classical theory.